So Glodell was our rat, was he? And he's already been executed?
Afraid so.
The two of them were the only ones who left the soiree early. Sounds like Glodell overstepped, and Lady Junah and the new lad had to fight him down.
Or it could have been the other way around.
Too right. Dead can't speak, after all, and we've no other witnesses to the scene.
Now hold on.
Glodell was a right prolific candidate. We know the king's magic protected him. Their story goes that he attacked them and got petrified to death for it. If that's true, the boy'd have to have the stand-in for it.
That fact is no longer in question. I received a report a short while ago. They say your face has emerged on the King's Rock. It appears your stunt with the Sanctoress earned you some renown.
Hey, good for you, pup.
And that's how the magic got to Glodell.
Seems we were in more danger than we knew, but the risk paid off.
One wonders what you stopped Glodell from doing. What was he after there?
Yeah, who knows? We were hardly in a position to ask.
Wonder if he was on old Forden's payroll.
Nah. He'd been at that monk Godot's neck since the race had barely started. Tried to snuff him out in the wilds too, not anywhere he'd have had an audience.
No matter. Forden has been kind enough to whip the people into a frenzy over this race. I'll step in and reap what he so graciously sowed. From here on, you will serve as my eyes and ears.
Understood.
Let us see what scheme Forden devises for the next task. Until then, you may take your ease in the city.
Oh, and with Glodell out with the rubbish, might I promote him to the role of my chauffeur?
Are you serious?
Is it so strange? He does have his own gauntlet runner. In fact, I'd better go make sure it's up to my standards.
I was wondering how they were going to get Junah to be an actual team member that came along with us, and this makes sense.
Let her do as she pleases.
What's wrong, Dell? Looking a bit green around the gills.
Glodell was an ambitious man, yeah, but is that enough to justify him looting Count Luis's personal quarters? What was in it for him? All right.
He's on to us. I'm at 20! No, wait, I think I'm outside of my bed now! No! It seems the reputation I gained at the exhibition saved me. All that remains is to break the prince's curse using the formula.
Sorry for barging in. A bit late for introductions, I expect. What? You haven't told them about me yet?
I can't tell them what you haven't told me.
So, can I assume that you are one of us? That is, we too stand alongside Count Luis, but how to say it?
I think you and I were after the same thing in old Luis's room. You really weren't told.
Don't tell me you're the other agent Grius mentioned.
Grius? Is he the one who died at the Grand Cathedral? I'm sorry. They kept the finer details confidential, so I never really knew who the other agent was. But I understand the objective well enough. The curse on His Highness the Prince can't be lifted by conventional methods, so we either kill the caster or get the formula.
I see. So you and Grius were the two prongs of the operation. You get the formula, he hunts the caster.
Ever since the King's magic made it impossible to kill Luis, I've been ready to meet up with a new contact. I just wasn't expecting one so young. If I hadn't learnt the fairy messenger's name was Gallica, I'd never have realized it was you.
I'm pretty shocked myself. I never figured the big famous songstress would be on our side. And I thought you and Luis were... you were his...
His lady love. God, no. I wouldn't be caught dead in that madman's quarters unless it was to rob him blind. No. Luis keeps me close because he likes my voice. That's all. He made the lines of that relationship quite clear, with no room for messier entanglements.
I think that clears up your place here. But I have to say, you're risking a lot for a side job. Why go to these lengths when you've so much to lose?
The prince's dental plan is unrivaled.
At first, it was just coincidence. I tend to find myself in honored company, and I happened to be around where a resistance operative was doing a spot of recon.
So, in sooth, you were strong-armed into this?
What? No, quite the other. I requested to join. When fate beckons, one can't just turn her away. A singer's whole self is built off all she experiences. This seemed like a chance for a once-in-a-lifetime inspiration for my art. And nobody else had a plausible way or reason to get close to Louise. So, you could say our interests aligned.
All that just so you could grow as a singer. You really are devoted, and fearless to boot.
Also, are you related to the church bird lady in some way? Don't you both have the same last name, Cygnus? But you're different tribes, because you're... what is her tribe? The bird people are Ishkia, which is what the church lady is. Junah is Nydia? I think Nydia is the ones with the colorful eyes?
I know what I put my life on the line for, that's all. You all have something like that, don't you? A devotion that anyone else might see as foolish.
Yeah, she's a Nydia. A Nydia and an Ishkia. I wonder how you both have the name Cygnus then. That's gonna be interesting.
The girl's bold as brass. No wonder she's got all the crown's subjects by the heartstrings, eh?
Well, half of it might be because of my birth. A Nydia girl's got to be bold to step out into this world at all. Though it's hard for most people to understand why. Singing is everything to me. To truly stir even a single soul, I'd take that over 1,000 of the church's accolades.
I wonder if Junah is like a half-breed. What if she's like Nydia and Ishkia, but because half-breeds are so looked down upon, what if she like removed her wings? Or what if like her parents removed her wings when she was a child or something to make her look like just a Nydia and not an Ishkia? That would be intense. That's my guess. Because the Ishkia girl is like deep in the church and all, so I assume she has to be a full-blooded Ishkia. Plus you can't like, I don't think you can like hide having Nydia eyes. I mean, colored contacts maybe, but I feel like that'd be easy to accidentally give up, as opposed to just removing your wings.
Well, anyhow, that's what's going on with me. I'll stick close to Luis for now so he doesn't start suspecting anything. Any objections? Captain?
We'll be counting on you.
I knew you were the sort of man who knows what to say. Glad to meet you as a proper comrade.
Comrade?
Gets your heart going, doesn't it?
New ally, Junah. Junah, the kingdom's premier songstress, has become your ally. Okay, yeah, I saw this coming a little bit once we got closer to it. Plus, we didn't have a Nydia on the team yet.
Well, didn't see that coming. But I guess we've got another ally now. Our journey looked pretty precarious at first, but it's gone surprisingly smoothly. I'll do my best to help too. Let's see this through.
I can sense Galka's strong determination. Yo, is she getting a rank up right now too? Is this 5? Yes! Yes!
Gotta get back on track.
Well, rank 5 doesn't really do much for us, but every step we get closer to 8, the better.
Anyway, welcome aboard, Junah.
All right, big success. That was awesome.
Oh, right. Let's decipher the formula we found. Hopefully we can finally break the curse.
So I'm trying to remember, there are 9 tribes, right? There are 8 tribes. They say that there are 8 tribes, but I don't think Elda counts. I don't think they count Eldas because they're so rare, maybe? I don't know why. I should probably like read the memorandum at some point. Hold up, let me look here. Let me see, I want to see about the tribes. No. History, would it be under history? Maybe under nature, actually. Is there not one that is just called, like, just a thing that says, like, hey, here are all of the... Here's a list of all the tribes? Oh, here we go. Okay, cool. It's just, they just list them all here. So there's Elda, Clamar, Risante, Yajif, Nydia, Parapis, Ishkia, Rogue, Mustari. Okay, so there are 9 counting Elda. So right now we have an Elda, a Clamar. Is Risante the... Risante are the elf people. So that's, whatchamacallit? That's Hulkenberg. So we have Risante, we have a Yujif, we have a Nydia. We need a... we have an Ishkia, because Ishkia is bird people. That's my boy, Nuris. Grius was a rogue, so maybe he counted as a rogue person. So what we really need is we need a Parapis and a Mustari. Although we have Katharina as an ally, at least. Do we have anyone who's a rogue? Oh, what's-her-face is a rogue. Brigitte is rogue, I think. I don't think we have any Mustaris. Like, as a follower or a team member. So we gotta be, surely we gotta be getting a Mustari soon as one of the upcoming ones.
Do we even know anyone who can read the blasted thing? I love a good blueprint, but this formula leaves me a tad glazed, what?
What tribe is Alonso? He's a Nydia because he has the fancy eyes.
Actually, Grius's notebook mentioned a Rella in the margins. Seems like he had it in mind to bring it to her.
Rella? The girl they call the Saint?
Saint Rella. Indeed, she would be the most qualified.
Is that the Cygnus lady, the bird lady from the church?
After the attack on His Highness, we sent for the kingdom's best healer. It was she who answered our summons, and she who saved His Highness from certain death.
Oh, maybe it's someone different.
Hold on, the best healer in the kingdom? That attack was over 10 years ago. That so-called saint looked about my age.
Rella was a prodigal talent. One of the most gifted at the Mage Academy. Even as a child, she outclassed her teachers with an igniter.
Wait, you know her?
I'm afraid she's a bit out of our reach now, though. She left a while ago to return to her work at the royal capital. We couldn't manage such a trip under Luis's gaze.
Okay, so it is the bird lady. I can't remember the bird lady's name. I know that it involves Cygnus.
Well, a trip to the royal capital would hardly put us out. We'll just pip over with a bit of magic. No, really, it's dashed convenient.
There are some conditions, but we can travel instantly to a few specific places.
Well, no sense waiting. Let's be off.
I do enjoy that this game clearly cares about the amount of distance you go places and whatnot, because it has a calendar system, so that makes sense. But, like, just weaves it into the main story and actually makes it relevant for the main story as well. That's cool.
Right. All yours.
You actually did it! We're at the royal capital! Wait, how did you do that?
Don't shout in the streets, would you?
How can I not? Do you know how incredible this is? What are you people?
Hey, look! Isn't that the songstress?
It is! It's the Lady Junah! Oh, I've always wanted to shake her hand. Oh, hell.
Slowking, thank you for subbing a tier 1 for 34 months. Greatly appreciated, man. Thank you.
The price of fame. If word gets out that you were seen here, it'll be hard to explain yourself later on.
Rella works at the church on Main Street. I'll lead the way.
You know your way around, eh?
Wait, this Rella's a world-class healer, and she's working as a local doctor.
Is that uncommon?
Igniters are not known for their use in healing. Indeed, 'tis a virtually impossible feat, often reserved for the nobility. I'd have expected Saint Rella to serve the court only.
If she turned down that prestige in the name of helping the common folk, then I suppose she really has earned her saintly titles.
Come on, let's hurry on.
What do you make of all this, Captain? If we ask her to decipher the curse, we risk exposing our identities and our aims. Do you trust her?
Well, Grius was the one that mentioned her name, right? I trust Grius pretty implicitly at this point, so... I mean, like, we kind of, like, what else are we gonna do, right? Bowser, thank you for summoning a tier 1 for 15 months on a 13-month streak, my bad. Thank you so much for the support, greatly appreciated.
We'll just have to trust her.
You're right. And if it's misplaced, we'll just have to be ready.
If you say so, then let's get on.
Let's hurry.
She should be at the church, let's hurry. So we might have to shake up the team composition for the first time ever soon if we want to use Junah, because I imagine we can't have more than 4 people in combat. Especially since we've been getting abilities that say, like, you get the same amount of experience even if you're in reserve, etc. But this game also, I remember seeing some ability that was, like, switching out characters. So this game is, like, Persona 5 levels of good on, like, hey, you can switch out team members mid-combat if you need to, which I can't wait for.
Let's go.
Rella's inside this church, let's go.
Oh, God.
Terribly sorry. Putting some elixirs away. Be with you in a moment.
Okay, it is the bird lady.
Hello. How can I help you? Junah!
Long time no see. Sorry for all of us storming the place.
And you're the one who was at the exhibition.
Right. Now that you all know each other's names, Rella is my older sister.
Yeah, but like how? Like through adoption?
Adopted sister, that is.
Okay.
Her family took me in. Though don't spread it around. The public doesn't know, and we don't know who tried to exploit it.
It's been forever, Junah. I'm so sorry. I really was planning to meet you after the opening ceremony.
I understand. You were attending to Sanctifex Forden until Brilhaven. But that's wonderful. Such deft social climbing even puts Father's efforts to shame, eh?
Ugh, social climbing. Glad to make your acquaintance. I am Rella Cygnus. I'm a healer. But somehow, I doubt that's why you're here.
Actually, there's something we'd like you to look at.